With the addition of the UEFA Conference League in the 2021-22 season, and with a proposed shake-up to the Champions League, the landscape of European football will change dramatically within the next 10 years. The latest reform of football on the continent was set in motion on the 16th of March 2021, as Belgium's top clubs voted in favour of a cross-border league with the top teams from the Netherlands. The Belgian Pro League has stated that an agreement in principle had received the backing of 25 professional clubs for what it calls the BeNeLiga, with these clubs unanimously voting to give the new league a fair chance. The details and format of the BeNeLiga have been discussed and debated for several months between Dutch and Belgian clubs, but a formal proposal has yet to be finalised. Part of the reason for this merger is the financial benefits that it may have. Last year it was reported by consulting company Deloitte that the merger could generate up to €400 million in television revenue and marketing rights. As well as the extra revenue, it would mean that the top clubs in both nations would play a higher calibre of opposition, not only developing the players of those clubs, but would, by proxy, benefit each country's national teams going forward. Despite these positives, the idea has received criticism from not only football traditionalists, but smaller clubs who would be relegated to the second tier of the new Belgian-Dutch pyramid. The subject of relegation has not yet been finalised at the time of writing, but there is the potential that the second tiers could remain nationalised so as to minimise travel costs for smaller teams. Either way, the loss of revenue that these smaller clubs make from playing the glamour ties against the country's biggest sides is a subject that would need to be rectified. So who would be playing in this new league? The BeNeLiga would include 8 Belgian clubs and 10 Dutch. It is likely that the 5 biggest Belgian sides, Club Brugge, Anderlecht, Standard Liège, Ghent and Genk, would be placed in the new league, as well as the so-called Big Six from the Netherlands, Ajax, Feyenoord, PSV Eindhoven, AZ Alkmaar, Utrecht and Vitesse Arnhem. The remaining 7 places would be determined by results over the previous 5 seasons. The number of European places for both nations is also likely to be affected. Right now, both Belgium and the Netherlands have 5 each, but depending on the UEFA coefficients after the merger, this could drop down to at most 7 spots to be shared between the two nations. Clubs from Europe's so-called Big 5 leagues have dominated the 2 main European club competitions. Since Porto's triumph in the Champions League in 2004, every finalist has come from either the Premier League, Serie A, the Bundesliga, Liga or La Liga. The Europa League is a little more diverse, but even then the only club from outside Europe's top 5 leagues to reach the final in the past 5 years has been Ajax, and you have to go further back to 2011 to find a winner from outside those leagues, that once again being Porto. It is thought that the new BeNeLiga would go some way towards redressing the balance in regards to European club competition, rather than being simply seen as also RANs. The development of the BeNeLiga may be watched closely by the likes of Rangers and Celtic, as well as a number of the bigger clubs from Europe's so-called lesser leagues. If the merger is successful, it could pave the way for similar projects. While nationalism may get in the way, there may be an incentive for the likes of a Scandinavian merger, or the old firm teams joining the English league system. Even though it may take some time for this merger between the Belgian Pro League and the Eredivisie to come to fruition, it may be worth keeping an eye on, as it could well be the starting point for a hugely significant revolution in European club football going forward. So what do you think to the idea of the BeNeLiga? Do you agree or disagree with it? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always we will see you in the next one.